Hello everybody, my name's Matt, and today I'll be bringing you the first episode of Black Ops 3 Zombies Wishlist, and for the time being we're going to call it that just because Treyarch hasn't provided any alternative information on what the title is going to be, so until then, we are going to call it Black Ops 3 Zombies Wishlist. Now, the way this series will work is you guys submit your ideas, concepts, and things that you want in Treyarch's next game via the comments, and then I'll choose them to be in the next episode where I will discuss them. Now, these ideas can be map ideas, perk ideas, game mechanic ideas, generally anything you can think of that you want in Treyarch's next game. Now, something good to note is that each episode may be a little different than the previous one, and I mean that, one video may be kind of categorized to just perks or guns, or maybe just like a singular category, just like, maps, like just maps, the environments, and that's it. And then another video may just be something like, just go all out, anything in zombies. Like any idea you have, just list it down below, and we'll discuss it in the next video. So it may be something like that. Now, for the comments on this episode, we're going to stick with everything in zombies in general, just because I want to get your guys' blood flowing on the whole idea sharing aspect of this series. To begin this series, I thought I'd detail some of my own ideas and just discuss those a little bit, so maybe it could help you guys spark some ideas and obviously, like I said earlier, get the blood flowing a little bit for the rest of the series. So the very first idea that I have is a custom games forge mode. Now, just to kind of highlight this first, I don't think they should add this right in the game from the beginning. They should add this as a later DLC so that it keeps people entertained throughout the off-season. Plus, if you have this at the very beginning, you're going to have a lot of people not paying attention to DLC type content because they can create their own content. And I'm just trying to think of it from a developer's aspect as well. But this would be awesome because you'd be able to create your own zombie games, kind of like on PC, how there's custom maps there as well. But if they added this into the game, you would not only be able to do it on PC, but you would be able to do it on any console that the game is provided on. And just a quick additive to that idea, I think they should have a special on-screen layout for the Forge mode. If they did it that way, it would allow people not to trick people, say on YouTube, into thinking that this is a regular game and they're able to get to like a really high round for some reason, because maybe like just around the corner they built their own little mechanic into the Forge mode or the area in that map so that they're able to get through rounds better. So if they were to just kind of like hide that and not go towards that area, they could make it look like they're doing it legitimately. So if they had that on-screen layout, you would be able to tell that they're in Forge mode and they may be doing something a little sketchy. This idea I've wanted in there for a very long time, and that is customizable characters. And why I think this is because you can do a lot of things with customizability on your characters. And probably the biggest thing would be is if you could correlate it with people's rank, like maybe their clothes or like maybe zombie related tattoos. Like a tattoo could say your rank on it, like 54 or 56, etc. Just going up. You'd be able to just look at someone's character and be able to tell what kind of rank they are. Like if they have a bunch of rare type of clothes and tattoos on their body, you'd be able to see that they are some sort of like, zombie god, obviously. But if they're just like the basic recruit uniform or something like that, and they're just starting the game, you'd be able to tell that as well because you're used to seeing that so often. Now, I think that'd be pretty cool because they haven't done anything like that yet. Plus, it's been in multiplayer for the longest time. So if they transfer that to zombies, I think it'd be a pretty good idea to just change things up a little bit. My next idea is a map idea. Now, the entire map would be on a boat, and this boat would be moving through some specific ocean. Really doesn't matter where, but as long as it's moving through the ocean and it stops at different places and docks and just different areas and islands and stuff throughout the entire game, and maybe it has an end game or something like that where the boat would actually sink and crash or something along those lines, that would be pretty cool. And I thought for a cool Easter egg for this would be like having a pirate zombie boat, like in the distance you could only see it with a sniper, or some sort of jump scare with like a zombie pirate. I think that'd be kind of funny. And the next idea I had was a drivable vehicle. Now I know we have had this what was it was Mob of the Dead, we had the plane, and we had Origins, we had the tank. That's what it was. Okay, so neither of those were actually drivable. You just built the plane, you got on it, and you left, and you went from point A to point B, and you're done. And then in Origins, it was kind of the same deal, but I know you just kind of traveled around the map instead of just point A, point B. It was like point A, point B, point C, point D, and it, stopped at various places. But the thing is, it's not drivable. It's not, you can't just steer it off and go wherever you want within the boundaries of the map. If we actually had something that is fully capable and fully drivable, I think it'd be pretty cool, especially if there was a big map and that was a new way to get around it. That'd be perfect, honestly. A lot of you hardcore zombies fans probably think about this a lot, like the different things they could add into the game as like game types for zombies, and I've thought about it personally a lot myself, and I was thinking, you know what, if they were to add some more zombie survival aspects into it, it would be pretty cool, or at least if they were to add it into a specific mode, it would be good, because then you would have the option between modes, and if you like to do something new, you could try out the new mode. So maybe something like scavenging, or maybe building blockades. And what I mean by this is the scavenging would include looking around for extra attachments on the ground or ammo on the ground instead of getting it from the box or a wall, which really doesn't make sense if you think about it, you know, buying a gun off a wall. So more realistic in the sense of, you know, where you get your items from, like a mode kind of like that would be pretty cool. And then having blockades very similar to boarded windows or debris around the map to open up new areas within a map. I think having that kind of in a reversed kind of process where you could actually build up a blockade or build up a kind of a door or build up a window or something like that to keep the zombies out of a certain area for a while or a certain amount of time, that would be a really awesome new aspect to the game. The last idea I have to share with you guys today is player traps, or at least that is kind of what I'm going to call it. It's not like your regular traps where you just turn it on in the game and it kills zombies, and sometimes if you bump into it you may like catch on fire or get electrocuted, etc. and get hurt by it, or maybe if you stood in it you would get killed. But this would literally be a trap that is going against the player itself. It's not against the zombies, or it may hurt the zombies from time to time, but for instance, if you were to have like a hidden hole on the ground covered by like leaves or something and you didn't see it the first time you were playing a map, or maybe it just spawns in different places each time you play, and you were to fall into it, you know, obviously you didn't see it, you just walk over it, you fall in, and maybe you get trapped in there for an entire round where your teammates might be a little less fortunate than you on their skill level, and that might cause them to have a hard time. So something like that would be pretty cool, especially if you were able to somehow keep that player that's trapped down there busy with some like other side game type of thing, if that makes any sense, like some sort of like puzzle within the game, like maybe some sort of Easter egg step would go along with that perfectly. That's all the ideas I have to share with you today, but if you guys would like to see your ideas in the next episode, all you gotta do is leave a creative, funny, or innovative idea in the comment section down below. I'll take a look at it, see if it's good, and if it's good, I'll feature it. And then remember, for this episode, or I should say for the next episode to be featured in there, you just can leave anything you want down below. You don't have to limit yourself to one category of items, such as perks or maps or game concepts or ideas, etc. It can be anything you want for this next episode. It's going to be Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, when I'm going to try to generally upload these videos. And why I say generally is because sometimes, you know, I got some other things I got to do, and sometimes my schedule's a little flopped. But I'll let you guys know via the Zommunity Twitter if anything changes. But generally, I'll be uploading at 6 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday. So keep that in mind as well. So if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you leave a like down below to support the series. Thank you guys for watching, and have a wonderful day.